Hey everyone, Julian here, and today I'm going to be making a melodic techno track from scratch. So I did a melodic techno tutorial this week, and it went over pretty well. You guys seem to like the style. So I figured I'd make a track from scratch. So as usual, you can get the project file and samples from this video in the description for free. And yeah, let's dive in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to like 125 BPM. Usually with techno, you would probably want to do like 130 or 128 or something like that. But with this style, it tends to be a little bit slower. So yeah, and then the next thing I'm going to do here, I grab this analog. I'm going to make like a little plucky type of sound. So maybe something like this with a little attack. There we go. And let's just make like a short loop here with this. I'm going to just make something kind of like repetitive and obviously melodic. Let's do like this. Actually, let's put that note up. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to turn the envelope up on this a little bit. Let's give it a little bit of vibrato. And I'm going to put a little bit of echo on here. I guess this vintage delay is already open, but I'm going to grab this clip slap analog. We're going to turn the input down and turn the noise off. There we go. And let's give it some reverb as well. And there we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm probably going to make a bass, or I am going to make a bass. So let's grab operator. I'm going to change it to this algorithm, which means there's just no FM going on. These 4 oscillators will just play side by side. And I'm going to change the first one to a saw wave, and we're going to turn on oscillator 2, or it's already on, but we're going to turn it up, and we're also going to change that to a saw wave. We're going to turn the fine tune up on that. So you can hear we're making a pretty nice like respace. So let's put this filter on. And there we go. We have a pretty powerful, nice kind of res. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of chorus on this because I like my respaces to be kind of like wider and a little bit more like watery. So yeah, now let's put in some notes with this. I'll just do, we're in F minor, I'll do like this. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Now, I'm going to get some vinyl noise under this. Let's get like something from here. Because I like to get that kind of stuff out of the way pretty early on, like all the noise and like, extra atmosphere type stuff. It just tends to work a little bit better for me. Alright, that one. Well, actually, let's use this one. But yeah, it tends to work a little better for me when I just get that knocked out right off top. So now, we got a little bit of atmosphere. Things are going pretty well. Let's get a kick going in here. So I'm going to look through here for some kicks. We can try that one. Or maybe this one. It might be, the bass might clash with the respace. But I guess, that could be a cool thing because then I could kind of show you what's going on and how we can fix it. Alright, yeah, that kick. Not quite the one, I don't think. Let's try this one. Alright, I think that could work. Awesome. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to get some hi-hats. So let's just try some 808 hi-hats. And if this doesn't work, I'll just synthesize some. Alright, that actually will work pretty well, I think. So let's just take that and make like one of these. Awesome. Now I'm going to sidechain this bass as well as the lead. Or I don't know if this is really the lead yet, but this kind of like analog thing. Just to keep everything under control. And let's also shorten this a little bit. There we go. This way, it just kind of like, it's a little bit easier to sidechain things to it. There we go. Alright, that sounds pretty good. So the next thing I will probably do is get some percussion. So let's get like a some kind of, let's looking for something in here. I'm not sure exactly what I want, to be honest with you. I know I want like a snare or like a clap. You know, like something like that. I don't know if this one's gonna work, but we will see. Alright, here we go. You know what I'm thinking though? We can take this one and have this one be playing those notes. And then maybe like something like this. This doesn't have to be the final one that we use. Or this honestly probably could be. But then like this one will just be doing. You know, like we could just do something like that. Alright, well this is definitely turning into something. So let's make like kind of a drone for the background. So I'll take another analog here and I'm just gonna put an F minor chord in. And what we'll do is we will have this just kind of playing that F minor in the background. And then we'll create like this cool synth sound. So I'm going to turn on LFO 1 and we'll turn the rate down a little bit. And then I'm going to route that to the frequency of the filter here. But just subtly enough that it's moving. And you can definitely tell that, but it's not like super, super noticeable, if that makes any sense. And I'm also going to give it a little bit of vibrato, but let's finesse this a little bit. There we go. And I'll grab the sidechain from the bass. Alright, well, this is going pretty quickly, actually. Wow. Alright, so I'm going to get a shaker loop here for some percussion. Let's go in here. There are some shakers, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So I'll grab one of these shaker loops. And, you know, it's just kind of nice. I like layering these kind of hi-hats with some shakers. And I'll show you why. Alright, let's take this one. So I like layering, especially a shaker like this that's kind of like very organic and like just sort of raw sounding. When you layer with these type of hi-hats, they kind of tend to sort of come together. And you can hear when you level them out right, it's actually a pretty nice combo. So yeah, so I'll do maybe a little bit more processing on some of these things. On the kick, I definitely want to do some saturation. So let's grab a saturator. And I'm just turning the drive up And then playing around with the bass frequency here. We can also mess around with this depth and kind of shape it. But there we go. Now that's a little bit more powerful. We can also actually saturate this respace as well. If I put the saturator on there. You can hear it's kind of adding those like mid-Z overtones. Let's fix the envelope on this as well. I'm going to take the amplitude envelope and just make it kind of more flat. So like we just have one long note playing out. So we wouldn't want this to do like any attack or release or anything. We just want it to play through. So there we go. I just said that for that. And then yeah, so there we go. We have a pretty solid track. You know, this came out pretty nicely. Definitely for 10 minutes, I think this is pretty solid. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for today, guys. Make sure to let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Once again, you can get this project file and all these samples for free. So if you want to do that, go ahead and check that out in the description. And yeah, I will see you again tomorrow with another tutorial.